Hello dabblers on the internet. Today's video will be my new cross stitch setup. The reason why I make this video is generally on YouTube you would see a lot of videos about their setups that have already been worked on and proven somewhat working for them in their own way, but I feel like there's not enough content showing you how it's a work in progress and what might have worked in your imagination is in fact not working in reality. So I just want to share this process with you and then we can work together how to get a proper setup that works for me or for you in that matter. Hopefully this will be useful somewhat. I know it's going to be a learning curve for me too, and figuring out exactly how I would create a setup that works for me, or even figuring out how I would stitch, because I am still very new to this hobby. So enjoy! Okay, so this was my previous cross stitch setup. It worked before with smaller patterns. I pretty much share this space with hubby. I would cross stitch either sitting down or lying down here. There's my laptop. What I did in the past was I would take a picture of the pattern and then I would load it on the laptop and then I would mark it off with a PDF reader at the same time as I was cross stitching, and then when I cross stitch, hubby would just sit there and paint Warhammer, and then at the same time we could enjoy our hobbies and watch series. And during quarantine we ended up breezing through a lot of series that way, but with the huge project I'm planning to work on for my parents, this setup will not work because the fabric is huge, and if I were to use that hoop I would end up having so much excessive fabric, and the whole hand maneuver is just, it's too much work. So I decided I think it's probably time for me to get a proper stand so I could stitch, I guess, hands off or both hands. Otherwise I would never be able to stitch that huge project. So now I'll show you the pattern I got, which pretty much made me want to get a stand for. I found this pattern on Amazon AU. It's called The Countryside. At first I didn't realize it was done by Stitch DMC. I thought it was just a DMC pattern. It wasn't too expensive. I think with shipping it was, don't quote me on it, but $55 or a bit less than $60. I just thought I really vibed with the pattern. It looked very peaceful, very autumn feel, and then I didn't realize how big it was. If I could still find that picture I would show you. I think the fabric was 70 something centimeters by almost 60. I want to say 74 by 59. I'm not sure, but I saw how big the fabric was and then I decided in order to prevent me from making lots of mistakes, I better grid it. So I ended up gridding it, and I think I really regretted gridding it because it took me a few days and almost going insane. And originally I wanted to do both vertically and horizontally, but I ended up just doing vertically instead, and then did the horizontal central line. And then I've also got this project bag. So I planned all this and was just waiting for a stand pretty much. So this is a project bag that is designed to fit Qsnap that's 17 by 11. And then in this project bag, it also has like a matching grime guard. That's why I got it. I think it was $40, maybe.
This is thrilling YouTube content. Grown woman struggles with plastic.
You do know this part will get like fast forwarded, right?
No. We're doing this in painful detail.
Oh my god, I'm really hoping you're not gonna be the one that edits this, because otherwise it's so embarrassing.
Okay. Yeah, we're almost there. Does it say... You know what would explain this if it said childproof or something?
I am a child.
Well, it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
By now your parents would be here to stop you eating the L-bar.
Oh wow, I'd pay to watch someone eating the L-bar.
The screw's in there. The screw's in it. Look, at the bottom of the base. Look. Pick it up and look at it. Dog not impressed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amy.
She's seen faster IKEA constructions than this.
No wonder you want to film the video, because you want to undermine me.
No, well, I'm also helping. So I don't know what you'd be doing then. I thought you used your buff arms and made it very tight. Amy. Amy. Very photogenic, Amy.
I put it all together pretty much by myself, very clumsily yesterday, and this is the day after. So it's after I've done some, I guess you would say, testing stitches. It looks slightly different from the setup that was initially in the clip you would see of me setting it up. Originally it was on the left because I'm not a very smart person. I thought being on the left would somehow work for me better. But then after I tried stitching for a little bit, my left shoulder really hurt, and then it spread to my right shoulder. I just didn't know what to do with my arm constantly hanging in the air trying to catch the thread, and also the thread would constantly catch on this little lever, and it really annoyed the crap out of me. So far, I would not say it's working great because I feel like I still need to fiddle with it. I'm not sure whether it's necessary to get this adapter because I feel like it might work a bit better as long as it's stable to just use the clamp on this side, so it gives me more space to work on the left and my left hand could just rest on the armrest. I'm not sure yet. I think I still need to play with it. And then you can see I got this light. I tried it last night with hubby playing Witcher and me sitting in this chair, sort of more focused on my cross stitch than anything else. But also could glance at what's going on when he made any exclamations, I suppose. The illumination was okay. It wasn't as great as it probably should have been, so I might have to get a better light if that's possible. But I did what I normally did in the past. So I took pictures of a couple pages of chart and then loaded onto my iPad and then just mark off whatever I've done on the iPad. But I actually need an iPad stand, I think, because initially I put it on my lap and it really didn't work because, as you can see, the stand was pretty much just above my lap, and every time if I needed to refer to the chart, I would have to somehow move this a little bit to see it and then move it back. And then I ended up putting it just on the armrest on the left, and it was slightly better. Another thing with this setup is, as you can see, the light cord goes over on the floor, not completely flat on the floor though, so there's this raised bit, and as you can see, we have a dog, we have a greyhound, and she has multiple beds. Even this rug is also her bed, so she likes to move around, and there is a possibility that it could just cause accident. Her footsies will get caught on this cord, so I mean, the setup is not ideal, really. Not sure what to do with it yet. I guess I still need to figure out how to properly set up. Oh, another thing is, I've got this little stool that's technically a footrest, but now I've just put like craps on it. But right now, I don't really have a proper way of accessing my threads because this pattern obviously is huge. I think it has 56 colors, and some of the colors are so bulky. So it has 3 organizers. I put them in the bag. As you can see, it's pretty epic. There. So it's really hard to constantly change and thread. Oh, by the way, this is my first time trying kind of a parking method, and I didn't do a fully parking method, so I need to figure out exactly how I would do it. This is definitely a lot of first times. First time setting up a proper stand, first time doing a full cover cross stitch. project, and then first time trying out parking method. Oh, full of adventures. So, hopefully I can work on it a bit more, trying to figure out what works and let you know. Oh, by the way, I've also got an accessory accessory bit. You probably would have seen in the video clip, but I didn't put it on because as I only got to know later, after I ordered that accessory rack, it actually needs to function with a light rack. So I ordered that already, but with the UK going in lockdown again, I don't know when I'll be able to get that. So once that's arrived, I would get the accessory rack set up, and then it has a pin cushion, which probably is not much of a help really, because I've just got my needle minders. And then it's also got little holes where you could put whatever you need, mostly scissors. And then it's also got like those combs like sticking out, so you could put some threads that you would readily use there, so it's easier to get to them. I think that like once that bit's set up, it will probably be much easier to do this project, but for now that's how it's gonna go.